So I made close to $50,000 online through video content, all in my bedroom here. And no, it's not OnlyFans. But 4 years ago, during the pandemic, at the time I was 35 years old, newly married, and working at an entry-level marketing job with a bunch of 20-year-olds, I had never felt more emasculated and depressed in my life. With my knowledge, expertise, and age, I thought I deserved something that pays above average and prestige. But the reality was the job that I had at the time could barely pay my mortgage, my bills, and my groceries, let alone all the luxuries in life, such as renovating your home, buying a new fancy car, and yearly exotic vacation that everybody else on social media seems to have no problems doing, except me. Today, not only can I make money online on my own terms without relying on a job or a boss, but I can also enjoy the freedom to work from home so I can be more present for my 2 kids. Plus, I get to share and teach what I know to others, and it does feel really fulfilling. But moving back 4 years ago, I was a nobody. I had a lot of skills, but I felt invisible. Nobody knew about my capabilities, so nobody wanted to hire me. I couldn't get back into a high-paying engineering job because the industry was cooked at the time, and I just couldn't see myself working a normal 9-to-5 job where I was treated like a commodity, underpaid, and I have to deal with horrific traffic every single day. It just doesn't feel fulfilling to me. There had to be a better way. But as a newlywed and a growing family, I had to figure something out quick. And I don't want just another job. I wanted a new model. I wanted to be self-employed. I wanted to be a one-person solopreneur business model that gave me location freedom so I can be more present at home with my kids. I also don't want any giant team, no horrific traffic commute, and no toxic office politics. I'm done with that. But at my job, I figured out pretty quickly that waiting to be promoted to a position that pays a livable wage is a losing game. There's no incentive for you to stay longer. And I realized that the people who move up the corporate ladders are not the people who are the smartest, but the best ass liquor out there, which I do not want to be. So the next logical solution is to job hop. And eventually I did hop to a better position and better paying job. But I realized that the more senior I get, the later I come back home from work, and there's more pressure, there's more stress. I was losing weight, which was not ideal because at the time I had a baby on the way. To top it all off, the company culture was extremely toxic. I burned out, and eventually I got kicked out because I lost the political game. And I felt stuck. I felt like a failure, like I couldn't achieve the dream life that I thought I would have at the age that I was in. And social media totally didn't help because I kept comparing myself to my colleagues, to my friends, to my cousins who are all climbing the corporate ladder and updating stuff on LinkedIn, buying new cars and just going on vacation. Everything seems perfectly fine for everybody except for me. And I can't help to feel like a giant loser. But if I find another job, I felt it's going to be the same thing. It's just a different company, right? So without a job and thinking on my feet, I had to leverage what I had at the time. I had a small YouTube channel, a Twitter account, and a small list of email subscribers. At the time, Alex Hormozzi's book, $100 Million Offer, was popping. I followed everything he said in that book to a T. I packaged up all my knowledge on how to create content into a digital marketing course. I marketed that course following exactly what Alex Hormozzi said in the book, and it made me my first $1,500 online. I was thrilled. Then I realized it was a one-hit wonder, and I was back on the content treadmill, wondering where my next sale is going to come from. Then a couple of weeks later, I got this email. It wasn't a fan asking for a free tip. It was a successful business owner, and she said, "I've seen your videos. I really like your vibe. Can you just help me do this for me?" That was the aha moment. The problem wasn't my content, it was my offer. Some people don't want to learn from a course. They want to work with me so I can do the thing for them or teach them how to do it themselves. These are the people who don't want to be a YouTuber, but they want to use YouTube to get clients and business opportunities. And finally, after 5 years of trial and error, failing over and over again, improving a little bit every single time, I started to see tangible results. My content that I made started to give more impact, reach to more people, and I was earning more money than I thought was possible in this bedroom. Now I manage my own schedule at home. I get to send and pick up my kids from preschool every day, have home-cooked lunch meals whenever I want, and I get to work with entrepreneurs all over the world to help them get started on video as well. So I'm going to share how I've helped myself and I've helped others along the way, so it could probably help you too. All right, here's the whole system laid out in a very simple diagram. We're going to start with your offer here. You need to have a rough idea what is it that you're selling. It could be 3 flavors. Something we call done for you for a client. That means you build the thing for them. It could be a consulting thing, you tell them what to do, or it could be a coaching or mentorship thing, which means you help guide them do it, but they do it themselves. Just pick something that you have done for yourself or others. You're going to create a simple landing page to explain what this thing is, how does it work, prove that it worked for other people, some client testimonials, and then the call to action is to book a call with you, buy now, whatever it is. So that's your offer sorted. The next thing you got to do is to tell people this thing exists and you exist. So that's the awareness stage over here. You can write stuff on LinkedIn or you can create YouTube videos. From the video, you want to give them the link to your offer straight up when you're starting. You want to get into the hang of making videos, promoting your offer. So after a while, then we can introduce another intermediary step, which is this part right here. So for 98% of the people who watch your stuff, they may be interested but not ready to buy. So we want to introduce another thing to capture those guys, which is a way for them to enter your world. And there's 2 ways to do that. Either you collect emails where you can email them regularly for your offer, for teachings, whatever, or you can open up like a school community, which is an online community that you own. In this community is where you also promote your offer. So naturally, it will go something like this. People who don't know you will be aware that you exist. Then they're curious to want to know more. They either enter your email or join your community where you educate with more stuff, give them more value, and periodically promote your offers. There's 2 paths. This is the normal path most people will take. Some people would find your videos and binge watch all your stuff and immediately can make up their mind, this is exactly what I need right now, and then they can go down this path. So basically, this is the 3-step process that I did to make that $50,000 online. So over the next several months, I will be helping other business owners implement this inside their personal brand and business as well. This will not be a program where I just send you the link to, hey, here's a video, just watch it to answer your question. Or this will not be a program where I'm going to pass you to some junior coach you never heard of. You and me will be working one-to-one. We're going to figure out what makes you unique so you can stand out in your content. We're going to build that YouTube channel for you and the workflow so everything feels natural and not like a chore. And ultimately, you want to have some fun, because if you're not having fun, you're going to quit. Then lastly, step number 3, we're going to build a simple system to convert the views that you're going to get into leads, customers, and clients. Because I work very closely with my clients one-to-one, I really can't take too many people at the same time. And because of that, spots are limited. Click down below to join the waitlist. And if you're a great fit, I'll email you for the next steps. My name is Helmi. See you on the waitlist.